Hello there, this is Duke Potato Nuke, and I am back with old Fish Face, my Argonian character, and I figured it was a good time to do something like, well, what I'm about to do. I am here in Balmora. I am specifically in, here's the Noble Square of Balmora. This is White Haven. Basically, she's an alchemist. But time has come to do some alchemy. Since I have a lot of money on me, I'm just going to go ahead and get journeyman stuff instead of apprentice stuff. Let's see. And I need one of these. Since this is cheap, I'll get a master's version of that. Make sure... Yeah, see, all this is pretty expensive. And we're going to run over here to the Tribunal Temple, or Dunmer Temple as it's called here in Balmora. And we're going to do some things. One of the nice things about woo, he doesn't like me. Look at that horrible disposition. That's because I haven't joined the temple yet. I usually join the temple with every character that I ever make. I used to avoid the temple because, I don't know, for some reason, it just didn't appeal to me. But then finally I just up and joined and had a really great time. Temple is one of my favorite factions in Morrowind. Yes, let's join the temple. An Argonian joining the native Dunmer faith. Who knew? But they accept me. They like me. Now all of a sudden they think I'm great. Let's go back to this dude we originally tried to talk to, because he has some of the initial things that we want. See that Wheat? Now that is an alchemy ingredient. And because my alchemy skill is fairly low, it's only a 35, I can only see the top 2 effects of alchemy ingredients. But I've done this game so long I've kind of got them memorized. But Wheat, marshmallow, and I'm just going to eat one of these so that I have an even, yes, get that off the screen, an even 5 in each. I want to sell these right back to him. Now he has 10. I want to buy them right out of his inventory. Oops. Sell them right back to him. Now he has 20. That's because merchants tend to restock certain items or have a permanent supply of certain items. Like, he does not have a permanent supply of frost salts. If I was to buy that, he would never have that in his inventory again unless I sold some to him. But this guy restocks marshmallow and Wheat. And as you've probably guessed, they both have a value of restore health. So those are good for restore health potions, or healing potions. And stacks of 20 each only cost about 36 gold. This guy has a good personality, but his mercantile skill is pretty low. So it's rock bottom, so yeah, this stuff is cheap. And yeah. And as always, when going to use a skill, make sure your fatigue is really high. Because a low fatigue has a negative impact on any of your skills. Now I could just simply click on it and it'll ask me how many I want to use, but if I shift click, it selects the whole stack, which is what you usually wind up wanting to do with alchemy. Now did you hear those fizzling effects? That's because since I'm only a beginner in alchemy, only some of those 20 succeeded, and it looked like I only got about 7 of them, 7 out of 20. And you'll notice it scatters them throughout my inventory. Well, if I look in a container, let's see, where is it? Now they're all stacked up. I don't know why Morrowind does that. It just does. 7 isn't enough. I want to buy more. This is generally what you're going to be doing in the beginning. I'm actually only going to buy about 10 this time. As your alchemy skill goes up, your chance of failure at potion making, well, it goes down. And your potion making success and the potency and value of your potions is affected by your alchemy skill, your intelligence, and your luck. So there we go, that's a little better. Let's get those things to stack up. So I have 11, oh, about 13 of them. So yeah, some of these things are junk, I don't want them. I make my own healing potions. I don't need any of this store-bought nonsense. And what is that? That's a gift I got from the Mages Guild for doing a quest for them. And so is that. Let's get rid of that junk. But there's something else you might want to know. Here are my permanent effects. Let's see here. There it is. Since I am an Argonian, I have a 75% chance to resist common disease. Morrowind at this stage of the game, well, how should I put this? The current year is, what is the year? It doesn't tell me what year it is. Say in the journal? No, it doesn't. But anyway, at this point in the game world's history, the point of time that this game takes place, Morrowind is rife with problems. It's got a lot of disease going around. There's actually lots of different types of, well, there's 2 different categories of disease. And each of these categories have many diseases in them. Common disease has quite a few different diseases. Common disease type. There's also a blight disease type. So, yeah, that means, and all the temples and any kind of alchemist usually sell these potions. See, cure common disease and cure blight disease. And you'll notice these potions weigh 0.5 each. So you'll probably wind up carrying several of each, which can weigh you down by a couple of points. But one thing the game does not tell you when you catch a disease, it doesn't tell you what category. Of course, eventually as you keep playing the game, you'll wind up learning which is which, but get it with the hyperactiveness there, buddy. Stop walking. But I'm going to make a cure-all potion, if I can. First I'll need ash salts, green lichen. The next thing I want is downstairs. Back out here to the main floor and just go down the stairs. Person I want to talk to is right here, this lay around hottie knot or whatever. But you want to get this scrib jelly and then some muck. Now there's a chance I could fail all 5 attempts, but let's hope I get one of them at least. There's the ash salts, and you'll notice I'm not seeing the bottom 2 effects. One of the bottom 2 effects is what I need. You don't have to see it to be able to use it in alchemy if you know what it is already, like I do. Anyways, now green lichen, muck, and script jelly. I'll make a single potion that just simply cures any kind of disease at all. Looks like I got a couple of them. Yep. And you'll notice instead of weighing 0.5, these just weigh 0.1. Very nice and handy. And let's see, here's something else. Now, if you've ever played Morrowind before and have ever used the Speechcraft skill, Speechcraft is primarily used. It helps your persuasion abilities, like you might want to bribe someone. Giving them gold will raise their disposition. Now, if your Speechcraft is really high, you can do Admire and raise up their disposition without spending money on them. But there's a way to get around even that using Alchemy. I want to get some Crush Fibers here. And I'll need some more of that green lichen. And getting people's dispositions up is very important in this game. Even some of the more military faction type quests, like the Imperial Legion and whatnot, will even they will have quests where you're supposed to go persuade someone to give you something or talk someone into doing something. So that's why it's important to be able to, well, be able to persuade people. So with green lichen, you see it's got fortified personality. So does Crush Fiber. Wow, most of those worked. Ah, there you see fortify personality by 18 points. Nice if I could find someone who doesn't like me too much and show how it works. Offhand, I can't think of anyone in Balmora who might be like that. Probably is, but I can't think of him. Let's say he has a really crummy disposition instead of this nice 60. I want a quick save here in case I trigger a bug, because I know there's a bug associated with this. But and that's why you want to buy stacks of them and make a lot of these fortify personality potions, because if someone really doesn't like you, you may wind up needing to drink quite a few of these potions. And you see he now really likes me. So I would have a much better chance of talking him into doing stuff. I want to try to rest off that potion. Quick save here. Oh, I gained a level and didn't know it. Well, there's my 5 points of endurance for my, special training. And geez, what else? I should have trained up some agility. But we'll go ahead and do intelligence for now. Yeah. I'm actually kind of worried about assassins at the moment, so yeah, you'll just have to kind of bear with me. Yeah, let's see, did that thing trigger? Nope, he's back down to 60. See that bug I was talking about? If you drink too much of it, to the point where, say his disposition is 100 out of 100, but actually it's more than 100, it'll only show 100 out of 100. But once that stuff wears off, his disposition will drop way down. And you'll have to actually use persuasion techniques to bring it back up. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's a bug. You just got to be kind of careful when it comes to using fortify personality potions. But if you do them right, you won't need to use any kind of speechcraft skill or bribing at all. So yeah, let's see, those are heal potions, curing disease, and being able to talk people into doing crap. Let's see, I'm thinking of other things. I think I'm going to cut out here and bring in one of my big characters, because he's got some examples I can show. I'll be back in a moment or two. Okay, I am back. I'm back with my main man, Cryptus here. Cryptus, the Dark Elf. Well, he's one of my oldest. I think he is the oldest saved character that I have. I think he's almost 10 years old. He's ancient as far as video game characters go. But yeah. Of course, I'm not really here to show him off, but I've got some potion examples because it's with this character that I did a lot of my potion experimentation. And I kind of saved the combinations here on this shelf in his fortress. Like, let's start with, well, just a swimmer's friend potion. Like you can see, this potion does water breathing, makes you swim faster. While you're underwater, it makes sure your fatigue doesn't drop from all that swimming. It's a nice combination of stuff, and to make it, you need like hackle low leaf, scrib jerky, scales, and this luminous Russella. I call it luminous Russian. It reminds me of Chernobyl. And then here is my battlefield healing potion, which I think I've still got a lot of. Yes, I do. I made this battlefield healing potion when I was up in the Blood Moon expansion, because the creatures here in the northern part of this island up here are pretty darn tough, and they spawn in packs. So I had to actually take a break from my quests up here and momentarily retreat back to the mainland, to my fortress here, and I made these battlefield healing potions to help me out. But it gives me a lightning shield, and at the time I thought lightning shield increased your armor rating, but now I know it doesn't. It just makes you resistant to shock damage. And it does a teeny bit of damage to anybody who hits you, but it's really negligible. But it restores health at a steady rate for over half a minute, and it restores your fatigue, because swinging heavy weapons, I don't have a very heavy weapon to demonstrate it with, but swinging really heavy weapons can really drain that fatigue, even if you've got tons of it like this guy does. So yeah, that's really good at those battles way up there in the north. But simply to make a battlefield healing potion, you just need to be able to. You might want to ignore the lightning shield part of it, but for this potion, I just needed corkball brute, crab meat, and salt rice. I forget where you get corkball brute. I think you can get that in one of the various mages guilds, and you can teleport around between the mages guilds, so they're easy to get to. But crab meat you can get from the mages guild in Balmora, because the cat lady there restocks it. She has a permanent supply of it. Salt rice you can get from that tribunal temple in Balmora. There's a lady downstairs who restocks that. Next we have a fortified strength potion. This is the Godmaker potion. When I did the Tribunal expansion, the first expansion for Morrowind, I made a lot of these and took them with me. Because, well, when I first went to the Tribunal expansion, man, that was tough. I was used to vanilla Morrowind difficulty, and the Tribunal expansion struck me as a tough cookie. So I said to heck with that. I came back to the mainland here and made myself a lot of these fortify strength potions. And since you can stack a lot of potion effects, I drank a lot of them to get my strength up really high. And, well, I hope this isn't a spoiler, but when the time came to face the goddess herself in the Tribunal expansion, I quaffed a lot of these. I said, to heck with that noise. Drank a lot of them, and whacked her dead in 3 hits. That's how good alchemy is. Alchemy can be a game-breaking skill, if you let it. That's why I say Morrowind is as easy or as hard as you make it to be. Because there's a lot of characters I don't even use alchemy on. And over here, it says drain fatigue, but what this is a speed potion. Now when you see that drain fatigue, the first thought in your mind is it drains fatigue over a course of 90 seconds. That's not how it works. What it does is it drains 30 points from your total fatigue, and then it'll wait 90 seconds, and then after that 90 seconds it gives those 30 points back to you. In the meantime, you get that full benefit of that speed, and to make it you need a Kaguti hide and a shock resin. You can also use moon sugar, but there's nobody I know of in this game who restocks moon sugar. Moon sugar has to be found at various locations. So, yeah. And what is this? I forget that. Oh, yes. While I was experimenting around with, well, various alchemy stuff, I made my own alcoholic beverage. This is spiced Crypt Ale. It is so hot and spicy, makes you so hot and spicy and warm, you become resistant to cold, even magical cold. It's so potent, it kills off any poison in your system, and the utter spiciness of it can damage your health for a little bit. Notice it says drain health, not damage health. There's a difference. Damage health is permanent damage. Drain health, it'll drain health by 15 points, wait 45 seconds, then give those 15 points back. And since it's so hot and spicy, it makes you want to jump around the room like an agile fool. So, yeah. That's just to detect enchantment. That's not really very special. But yeah, those are some of them. There's, of course, a crap ton more. Those are just the ones that I have found the most use for. And even stuff when I was just playing around. Whenever I do an alchemist, I like to experiment around, and there's places I've found human flesh, and I've made human flesh beer. Yeah, human flesh beer. Just for the absolute hell of it. Let's see, do I have any of those? Oh, yes. This is a super boosted speed potion. You notice my regular ones only boost by 60. These boost you by a lot of points. Let's see how... Oh my god, I forgot how fast this is. Wee! 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 Wow, I totally forgot what I was going to do anyway. Oh, yes. Season here? Nope, not in here. Wee! Here? No. Nope, yep. Ah, yes, here. This amulet here is what I use to make my super boost potions. See, I enchanted this amulet myself. It fortifies your alchemy by 100 points for 2 seconds. That's really all you need. So let's equip it and use it. So you use it, and then right-click before the 2 seconds is up, and suddenly I have 200 alchemy skill, which super boosts my potion making. And of course it just wears off nicely. Whoa, dang it. So, where is it? There we go. I want to put it where I'll remember where it is. So, there we have it. There's some alchemy stuff for you to consider. Veterans will probably know all this stuff, but who knows? I just hope this video helps somebody. Wee! 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 Hello, yes it's me, with old fish face here. Something I forgot to show. I meant to show it. Just get that talkative wench out of the way. But something I meant to show about the alchemy stuff that I forgot, so I'm going to show it now. We're going to travel to the Caldera Mages Guild. And here we are. We're just going to...
Greetings to you, Argonian.
Get out of the way.
What can I do for you, friend?
You can shut your mouth if you like. I'm going to go through here. Get by that jibber-jabbery fool who tends to block the way. Close the door. And just come up the tower here. And just conveniently right here, sitting on the table, is a full set of master alchemy equipment. Even a few interesting things, but the most important thing is the alchemy equipment. There's no NPCs up here, nobody here to witness you take it, so might as well not even be a crime. But I usually never take these things because I prefer to find them. Because you can find them all throughout the game. For some reason I never remember quite where they are. Now, if a lot of time passes, I might just buy them, because by that time I'll have enough money that, there's no real difference. So, but if you want a nice set of alchemy equipment just to start out with at low levels, you can just come to the Caldera Mages Guild and nab these things. So, yeah, there you have it.